Let's bring in our News 13 legal analyst, Mark Nejane, who is standing by. So, Mark, I got to ask you, I'll tell you this. George has not been shy about talking. He spoke at a previous hearing before. This is a self-defense case. But do you think he will actually get on the stand before this is all said and done?
Well, a defendant taking the stand is something that you think about right from the start, and it can change multiple times during the course of a trial as to whether you think it's best to have the client take the stand or not. I thought before we saw yesterday's opening from the defense that he would likely not take the stand, but always adding the caveat that he may, depending upon the twists and turns of the trial. After yesterday, I thought that, he very well may if the defense continues to have many more days like they did yesterday, which I did not think were good ones in any way, shape, or form for the defense. I think one reason that you saw the Stand Your Ground hearing canceled, that was supposed to be scheduled 3 weeks before this trial, was that it would have necessitated George Zimmerman taking the stand. And I think that the defense opined that it would not be good to have him take the stand then, and possibly not now. He's not performed especially well when you've seen him in court or on the couple of TV appearances that he's made, in my estimation and in that of many others. I do think that they are keeping it absolutely open that he might take the stand, and that's another reason they might have not had the hearing 3 weeks ago for the Stand Your Ground, because then they would have had, they being the state, would have had great ammunition for cross-examination. So I think that they're keeping their option open. I think that if they had their druthers, they would rather not have him take the stand. I think unless the defense, and there was a long way to go in this trial, I think if they believe that they are very strong at the conclusion of the case and that they've made the points for reasonable doubt that they hope to make, I think it's likely he will not take the stand. If by the conclusion of the state's case, and even the defense's, if it turns out they believe that it's a close one, I think they might throw the dice and have him take the stand. But I think we'll see more of that unfolding. But I do believe that if they had a choice, they would rather not have him take the stand if they believe by the conclusion that there's enough reasonable doubt lingering in the jurors' minds.
Yeah, why risk it, I guess, right? So
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Mark, as well. Viewers at home may see whether or not George Zimmerman, if he testifies or he chooses not to testify, what that might mean about his guilt or innocence. But should the jury consider that as well?
Well, they've already had some instructions on that. They will have a lot more. And, of course, we all have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And some people, wrongly so, believe that if you've got nothing to hide, well, then why would you not talk? Well, there's often a lot of reasons why you don't take the stand. One, you simply might not present well. A lot of people can be very truthful, but their nerves get the best of them, and they perform miserably. And they sweat, they shake, they stutter, they stammer, they get confused, and all of these are suggestions for many people that that's guilt. So you might have a client who's completely truthful, but would make a miserable witness that you just simply don't want to put on the stand. There's other things. People make other previous statements. They make prior statements. And in the course of nervousness or excitement or confusion or ambiguity, they say A, and when they get a clear head, it's really B. Well, all of those things can be used against you because one thing simply contradicts another, and then you look like a liar when in fact you're not. You're just a human being who made a good faith mistake. There's other reasons. There can be issues of civil liability. George Zimmerman will likely be sued civilly when this is over, and anything he says on this case can in fact be used against him in a civil trial. So in other cases, people might have civil liability and they opt not to talk on the stand because there may be other reasons for them that are down the line that could endanger them financially or reputation-wise or matters such as that. So there are a host of reasons. Sometimes people can take the stand and be innocent of one thing, but have an issue with something else that they don't want to get out to the world. Because as we well see, sometimes you're eviscerated and your entire life is flayed open for the whole world and the public to see. So there's a host of reasons. And people should always remember that you have a Fifth Amendment. We live in an amazing country with a Constitution. And our forefathers had that Fifth Amendment there for a darn good reason, and it's there for our protection. remember, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. It's not always that law enforcement or some law enforcement are going to be honest about it. A lot of law enforcement are very, very honest, but they make mistakes in what they hear, like any other human being. And it could be that somebody, like I said, is nervous and they make a misstatement. So there's a whole host of reasons. There's a saying in this business, you can't catch a fish if its mouth is closed. And sometimes when you go ahead and you talk thinking that you're helping yourself, you're really hurting yourself, as we're finding it likely being true in George Zimmerman's case when he gave the police department a guided tour of the apartment complex. All that can and will be used against him at some point during this trial.
Yeah, very good. You might have gotten different advice if he had an attorney at that time. You never know. All right, thank you very much. Mark, we'll come back to you with more analysis in just a few minutes. They are still in that recess here at the Seminole County Criminal Justice Center. We will be back with more coverage of the George Zimmerman trial here on News 13.